Building Ideas is proudly brought to you by the Master Builders Association.
We got ideas,
Building
a
ideas,
whole new direction.
building ideas,
It's time for change.
building ideas,
Dreaming is over.
building ideas,
Building ideas, gonna build it from the heart. Gonna show you how to make a start. We got ideas,
building
ideas.
ideas,
You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas.
Hello and welcome to a brand new series of Building Ideas. It's exciting to be back on air and we have got a terrific series to show you.
We sure do, Nicole. This season we are going to be showcasing yet again the magnificent master builders in our state, the homes they both build and renovate.
And what I'm really excited about is all the brand new products. I mean, the looks that you can create, contemporary stylish looks, it's really exciting.
Very true, Nicole. Building no longer is about four walls and a roof, is it? It is all about pushing the envelope and showing and expressing your own style. And master builders are really adapting to that, especially when it comes to design.
Absolutely. Well, I've had fun and I've just renovated, and Terry, you wait
Oh.
till you see my place. I have bird cages that are made into lights, and it was challenging, I must admit, a couple of times, but the end result, it's truly worth it.
It is, and it's fair to say that renovating actually can be quite exciting if you're in the right headspace.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's feature walls, different types of cladding, cool new flooring solutions, or even just experimenting with various colour combinations, there's plenty to get your creativity going. South Australia is brimming with stylish, sophisticated and innovatively designed and built houses and commercial buildings.
So true, Nicole, and with the many exciting developments and housing estates that are happening in SA, I reckon it's worthwhile jumping in the car and driving around for the day, walking through all of the display homes that are open.
It's a lot of fun. I've done that lots of times. Actually, another aspect is the redevelopment of older neighbourhoods, and they're turning them into exciting, new, vibrant places.
They sure are. Q, Lights View right here, which, did you know, is less than 8 clicks from the city.
That's right, it is. And it's a perfect example of an urban renewal project, which we're going to be showing a lot more of throughout the series.
Ah, yes, we are. Do you know which one I'm looking forward to?
Which one?
Bowden.
Oh, I love Bowden. I follow them on Instagram.
You're so trendy. But hey, before we get carried away with ourselves, let's have a look at what else is on today's show. Nicole catches up with the experts from the Metropolitan Fire Service to chat about fire safety at home. I'll walk you through the differences between a display home and a contract home, and we'll check out some of the latest trends in floor plans.
It's a jam-packed program, so to get it started, we're going to hand it over to Terry, who has an overview about being a master builder and what it really means to be a master builder.
If you're looking at building a new home or doing a reno, you want to make sure you've got the best builders and the best tradespeople at your disposal so you can get the best result possible. Makes sense, right? Well, I reckon one way to guarantee this is to engage a master builder. Master builders, certified construction professionals and certified trade professionals are the best in the business. They know all there is to know about building and renovating, and they're professionally licensed and trained to ensure they're up to date with all the latest legislation and general building practices. They also adhere to a code of conduct, and the Master Builders Association, who represent all of the individual builders and tradies, have been around since 1884. So, you know you can trust a master builder. They specialise in building everything from our homes to our hospitals, schools, offices, sporting venues and community buildings, and they pride themselves on every job they complete. Whether it's a contemporary home full of the latest in innovation, products and design, or just a tasteful one-bedroom renovation, there's a master builder or a master tradesperson out there to suit your needs. And the great thing about the trade is that anywhere you look in this state, their work is on show. Whether it's at a housing development, an estate such as this, whether it's in a private home, a government or community building, it's there right in front of our eyes. So how do you find out which person is going to be best for you? You can jump online at the mbasa.com.au, or you can jump in your car, drive around and have a look at it with your own eyes. Better yet, you could always do both. Now is a great time to start that long-awaited building or renovation project. Interest rates are really low, and there's a host of master builders and master tradespeople ready to help you turn your dream into a reality, or even just to help you fix that jammed door that's been on your list for ages. If you're anything like me when it comes to your building and renovation tasks, the lists seem to be getting longer and longer rather than shorter and shorter. Granted, it might be my wife, but I think things keep being added to my list rather than being ticked off. But that is all about to change because I am about to call a master builder and fix it all up. So, if you don't mind.
We got some building ideas. You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas. You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas.
Given that this is our very first episode, we thought it would be a great idea to check out what's new in the building and construction industry. It's one of those industries that seems to be taken somewhat for granted, yet it's so important. I mean, where would we be without the fundamental buildings like homes, schools and hospitals? Ian Marcos is the CEO of the Master Builders Association, and he's on the cutting edge when it comes to building and construction here in South Australia. Well, Ian, it's great to be able to catch up and find out what's new in the building and construction industry.
Yeah, it is, Nicole. There's a lot happening in the industry at the moment, which is really good for the South Australian economy. There's a lot of young people coming into the building industry, and it's probably no better time now if people are thinking about doing a renovation or building their first home is to give it a go and start.
Well, I know why it's so important to have a master builder, but can you tell the viewers why it's so important?
Yeah, master builders go through quite an extensive range of training and education to become a master builder. They comply with a strict code of ethics, which is important to the consumer to know that. They're up to date with all the various Australian standards, building codes. There's a requirement for them to obviously become aware of any new changes in the industry, any new and emerging technology. So they don't cut corners, obviously. They do a great job and you can always trust a master builder.
Oh, you absolutely can, and it's so easy to find them now because you can just click onto the different websites. I know sadisplayvillage.com.au. I could just look up electrician or plumber and you know that they're the qualified people that you can trust.
Look, it's easy, so we wanted to make it easy for the consumer to find a master builder. Get onto the website. You can always just search Master Builders South Australia. It'll come up to the website. Have a look through the website and choose a master builder.
You can, or hottradeies.com.
Or might be on the website.
Oh, seriously, it's a whole lot of fun renovating. I've really enjoyed it. And if you get the right people, it's a wonderful experience. So we're going to have a chat again in a couple of weeks.
Certainly, love to.
Fantastic.
Well, that's a great update from Ian and Nicole, and it's good to hear that now is a great time to start building your home. All you have to do is decide which one you want. Easy, right? Which brings us to our next segment, the difference between display homes and contract homes, which, would you believe it, is one of our most frequently asked questions. With so many different types and styles of homes available on the market today, your options really are endless. And as a result, it can all get a little overwhelming and quite confusing. After all, building a new home isn't something we do every day. In fact, in the majority of cases, it's something we're probably only going to do once in our lifetime. And that's where the Master Builders Association can help. They have over 2,500 builders and tradies on their books who specialise in all aspects of building and renovating. When it comes to building a home, there are generally two types of homes to choose from. One is a display home, which a builder will have in their portfolio of designs. And the second is a custom designed home, one that you create yourself, that reflects your lifestyle, your needs, and your dreams. Whichever home you choose to go with, they will both come with their own set of challenges. All of which, though, will pale in significance when you're having a look at the end result. Once you've worked out where you're going to build, you can start working through the various options. If you've seen a design you like, chances are it was either online on a builder's website or a display home at a display village. Having a display home built is a good, straightforward way of building because what you see is basically what you're going to get. The floor plan is set and there'll be a list of standard selections, fixtures and fittings. And because of the high volume of homes built by a display home builder, as well as the fact they're similar, means it's a pretty cost-effective option. To make sure you end up with exactly what you want, it's a good idea to check out a few different project or display home builders so you can compare the various designs and, of course, their prices. Make sure you compare room sizes as well as the various selections and inclusions. Then ask the builder to quote, because prices may vary depending on your site. If, on the other hand, you have a really specific idea on how you want your home to look, make it truly unique, like I said earlier, you're in the market for a custom-built or contract home. And a contract home is exactly that, a home that is specifically designed and built to meet your needs. A custom builder will work with you to come up with a floor plan and design that meets all of your specifications. If they don't have an in-house designer, or you have your own designer or architect you'd like to work with, they'll be happy to assist you. They'll then quote on your specially tailored design, so generally the price will be higher than that of a standard display home. In closing, regardless of the way you choose to go, you want to get it right the first time. Building a home is a significant investment, so you need to plan well and make sure you tick off all the boxes. In doing that, there's every chance your home will come in on time and on budget. Imagine that.
We got some building ideas. You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas. You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas.
Owning your own home is one of the greatest investments that you'll ever make, but it's not nearly as valuable as your own life or the lives of the people that you love. One of the easiest ways that you can help protect yourself, and cost effective, is by making sure that you have a working smoke alarm. In 1995, it became mandatory that smoke alarms be installed in all homes. And the good news is they're the single most effective lifesaver in relation to fire safety, especially if you've worked out a home fire escape plan for your family. However, smoke alarms only save lives if they're working, so it's important to check them regularly. Simon Johnson is with the Metropolitan Fire Service. Simon, what's the key to making sure that your smoke alarms are working?
There are a few things you can do to make sure your smoke alarm's working. The first thing is to test it by pushing the test button, and that should be done monthly. Another thing you can do is clean the smoke alarm, because dust gets into the smoke alarm, so we need to vacuum that dust out. Probably every 6 months, do that. And then we replace the battery. So if it's got a replaceable battery, that should be done every 12 months. So at the end of daylight savings, at the start of winter, we encourage people to change their battery. And every smoke alarm has a 10-year life. So whether it's hardwired or battery operated, it should be replaced every 10 years.
Oh, I didn't know that. Now, there's actually been a lot of change in smoke alarm technology and legislation since they were introduced, hasn't there?
Yeah, that's right. The early smoke alarms were ionisation smoke alarms, and they picked up small radioactive particles in the smoke, and that caused the smoke alarm to go off. They quite often have nuisance alarms, so they go off with burnt toast and things like that. Newer technology has moved to photoelectric, and they pick up smouldering, burning fires, or actually have black smoke. So that's newer technology. But it's important to have your smoke alarm made to Australian standard if you purchase a smoke alarm.
What does the MFS recommend is the best smoke alarm to install?
So we recommend firstly that it's built to that Australian standard, and then that it's photoelectric, because most house fires are smouldering fires, so that's what photoelectric pick up. So have a photoelectric smoke alarm. Have them interconnected if you have more than one. Legislation came in 2014 to say that you needed to have them interconnected in a new home or a large extension, but the fire service recommends that happens anyway, no matter how old your house is. If you've got more than one smoke alarm, have them interconnected. The other thing that we recommend is obviously have them replaced every 10 years if they're older than that, and to combine all this with a home fire escape plan.
I've been looking around and there's so many different smoke alarms to choose from.
Yeah, there is. There's now you can get combination smoke alarms for photoelectric and ionisation, and they cover both. And there's other sorts of alarms as well, such as carbon monoxide and heat alarms. And there's also 240 volt and battery operated. So we recommend having a 240 volt hardwired smoke alarm that has a backup battery as well.
Well, it's all pretty straightforward, really. Make sure that you get your smoke alarms professionally installed, and very importantly, that you check them regularly. If you'd like to check out the website, it's mfs.sa.gov.au.
Well, that is definitely some timely advice, especially with the advent of colder weather and the increased usage of fires and heaters in our homes. You know what, Nicole? I reckon we underestimate the importance and the value of fire alarms and fire safety in our homes.
Well, it's such a simple little device, but when you think about how many lives it's saved, it's quite staggering.
It's very true. And the technology in that space, it is changing daily. And the same can be said for the building industry.
I know. Well, as I mentioned before, we've just gone through a major renovation, and it's quite overwhelming, the different technology and different products that you can choose.
When you say overwhelming, like, was that a challenge for you, choosing what sort of products to use and innovation?
No, I'd say it was more of an opportunity, because it's what you can incorporate. It's exciting, different cladding, different flooring options. Oh, wow. It was great. My husband just loves me spending money.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I tell you, that is one part of this season that I'm really looking forward to, is looking at the different products, the types of technology that are available to us, and the master builders that can help integrate them into our new builds and our renovations.
It's exciting times, but we're going to have to stop there for a minute,
Yes.
take a quick break, and then you're back with floor plans and how they're ever changing.
That's right. I
It
am.
is.
We got some building ideas. You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas. You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas.
We've touched on some interesting topics in today's show, and we are not done with yet. Something that's changing and developing with regards to how we live is the nature of floor plans. You see, as our personal and home lives change, so do our housing needs. And if you combine that with a general decline in family size, you wouldn't believe it, but it's actually resulted in an increase in living standards. As such, our list of must-haves has increased dramatically. Gone are formal dining rooms, closed-off kitchens and formal lounge rooms, and in their place are open-plan living environments. A home nowadays, it seems, has to have an open floor plan, one or more en-suites, a home office, a home theatre or media room, a parent's sanctuary and a teenager's retreat. This is all well and good, of course, but as we learned earlier, customising floor plans can add to the overall cost of building, so you need to think about it carefully and plan it well. There's no doubt open plan living brings with it many lifestyle benefits. It enables the whole family to come together in one space and interact, all too often while doing different things. But you do need to consider your future requirements too, because your floor plan will affect the way you as a family interact, and it does impact on the mood, the feel and the tone of your home. So knowing what a room or area is going to be used for is vital. Are you really going to need 3 living rooms or 2 kids' playrooms? Likewise, if you're a couple just starting out, the floor plan you fall in love with now might not serve you into the future if you're planning on having a family. So, flexibility is the key. Maybe you can transform the playrooms into guest bedrooms or even a study in the future if you need to. Keep an open mind and think about resale value too. What might work perfectly for you and your family may not be high on the agenda for others. I guess the best advice is to take your time during the planning phase. Consider all of your options and don't be afraid to talk to your builder. They'll have a vast array of solutions which hopefully will help. And then when you're ready to get started, it's easy. You just got to go to the Master Builders website, mbasa.com.au, and you're off and racing.
It's quite interesting how much our floor plans have changed over the years. In fact, our whole lifestyle has. Terry, that was a really good segment.
Thank you very much, Nicole. What I learned is that floor plans are really changing and reflecting our changing lifestyles. For example, we are empty nesters later in life. Our kids are living with us for longer. I have 2 young, beautiful daughters.
Oh, you poor thing, you wait till they're teenagers.
Another one, though, is that we are living longer as a general rule of thumb, which is another consideration.
And the weather is changing. We're spending more time outside. We've got our outdoor kitchens. It's cool though.
Any way you look at it, there is a lot. That's right. There is a lot of building activity going on, which for me says the economy must be doing okay. We're taking pride in our homes, which can only be a good thing, leading to these amazing communities. But unfortunately, it's all we've got time for this week. Before we go though, let's have a preview of what's in store next time. I'm going to check out housing affordability and what type of home you can build for how much. We'll find out how you can plan for your financial future. And we host the show from another fantastic master-built home.
Well, it sounds exciting, and I really like the idea of showcasing as many master builders as physically possible and showing off their beautiful homes and renovations.
Absolutely, and with over 2,500 master builders readily available to do anything from repair an old sash window or design and create or renovate your home or design and build state-of-the-art community buildings, you are bound to be impressed.
Actually, good point about the community buildings. Our skyline has changed so much over the years, and it's quite inspirational to see what the architects and designers and builders are doing. It's fantastic.
Sure is. There are new suburbs literally popping up left, right and centre. And the great thing for you at home is you get to see them all first right here.
Yes, so if you like what you saw, we'll be back next week to show you some more.
I like what I saw. Am I coming back?
Well, I am.
Wish me luck.
Hey, do you want to come and see the bird cages?
I thought you'd never ask.
See you next week.
Why?
We got ideas,
Building
a
ideas.
whole new direction.
Building ideas.
It's time for change.
Building ideas.
Dreaming is over.
Building ideas.
Building ideas got the answers you need, 'cause the master builder's got you covered. Building ideas, gonna build it from the heart, gonna show you how to make a start. We got ideas,
Building
a
ideas.
whole new direction.
Building ideas.
It's time for change.
Building ideas.
Dreaming is over.
Building ideas.
We got some building ideas.
Building Ideas is proudly brought to you by the Master Builders Association.